What's up guys, Chad here from Wash Wizard down in Jacksonville, Florida. So today we're actually doing a house wash and a driveway cleaning. I just want to give you a quick view. So we got, some oil stains, which as we know, probably ain't coming off from just a typical driveway cleaning. I don't think they're interested in, I will ask, but I don't think they're interested in removing those. Was just contracted to do the driveway cleaning and the house wash. So, but you could see tons of growth here. Lots of growth here, right? Obviously this is a stucco house. And we got some cultured stone up the front fascia. And I mean, it's pretty bad, right? So we gotta clean that up. So this is definitely a project that we're not gonna be able to downstream. If you're familiar with me, the channel, I try to give you as much information as possible, what I do and how I do it. So if we were to downstream this, I mean, it's not going to take off all that heavy algae and the heavy mold. Downstreaming for a post-treatment or a pre-treatment for a driveway like this might be fine, but for something stucco in this condition, you're definitely going to want to hit something like this with about a 3% SH mix. So I pulled my hoses already. There's my water feed. Goes back to the trailer. And then I got my soft wash system. Here's my soft wash hose hooked up. I dragged it into the back. So we're going to start soft washing this at about 3%. I'm gonna see, I might actually have to bump it up to 4 for that front part. The rest of the house is really not that bad. There's some sections though that are pretty rough, but I think 3% is gonna do what we need it to do. We gotta get up in there. The soffits, you can see all the growth. And I tell you in all the videos, you're always gonna get that kind of growth in that exact area, because the rain, the runoff from the top roof is bouncing off the shingles and jumping back up onto the wall. So see how bad it is over here, right? So, when you come across something this dirty, you ain't gonna be able to downstream this. You'd just be wasting your time, So we're gonna give it a nice quick. So you got some growth down here. A lot over here, right? That's pretty much it. I think this house is somewhere around 3,100 square feet or so. So we're gonna knock it out. All right, so I'm gonna get you set up on the tripod. I'm gonna start spraying this back and this other side. And once again, remember, here, hot day, I'm dying over here, right? Florida heat, sunny out, wherever the sun is hitting, especially your windows, you gotta rinse them first. Rinse down all the vegetation, at 3% SH, you have the opportunity of really killing off some vegetation. Luckily, most of these bushes are, pretty strong. They're not temperamental, not soft bushes. So, they'll take a little bit, but you have to wet them down. You have to rinse them constantly. Just keep hitting them and rinsing them and re-rinsing them with the clean water. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hit one side real well. I'll hit half of this side. I'm gonna let these two half pieces dwell for about probably 8 minutes. And then I'm gonna hit them down. But in that 8-minute time period, I guarantee you, I'm gonna have to re-rinse that window, because you don't want that SH flashing off that window. The sun's beating on it, you ain't got 8 minutes. It's gonna flash off before 8 minutes. So we're gonna make sure we keep an eye on that window. These windows probably be okay because they're out of the sun, but I like to just be thorough and just hit the windows periodically while it's dwelling. Just give it a little hit, a little mist with some clean water, and just, keep soaking down your vegetation, But let's get to it. I'm gonna throw you on the tripod and I'll get on it. All right, so we got our soft wash line pulled out, also pulled out the power washing line. We're gonna use this as a rinse. Some of you on your soft washes have the remote that you can change, which makes it awesome. But this is how I do it. I don't have the remote, and I don't feel like going back and forth to rinse and soap and whatnot. So I'm going to start rinsing the sides with fresh water. Then we're going to apply the SH and go from there. Okay, we've rinsed it down. Now we're going to start hitting it with the SH. I got my soft pump set at about 3% and go from there. Depending on your soft wash system, how many gallons per minute you're getting out. Sometimes, like I'm using a 5.5 gallon pump, 5.3 gallon a minute pump. But once you're sending it through 300 feet of pressure, now it's coming out. Once you're sending it through like 300 foot of 1/2 inch hose, the pressure, the head pressure goes down, gets lower. So you're not really getting out 5.3 gallons per minute. On this machine, I'm pretty much getting out about 2 gallons a minute. That's where, you know, if you're doing a bigger job, if you got either a 24 volt that's getting you out, you know, 10 gallons a minute, or you got a gas powered 11 gallon a minute machine, you know, see, now it's good. That's where you're gonna really save a lot of time if you do a lot of these bigger houses. So I can see right now, I'm gonna wanna kick this up a notch. These stains are pretty heavy, so I'm gonna kick it up to like 4.5%, pretty high, but they're really in there. And this is stucco. It gets really into the stucco. So I'm gonna go change my proportioner, give myself just a little bit more, and hit it again. I hit this all with 6% SH. And I still had to go up on the roof with a high pressure nozzle and get, not right on top of it, but I had to get on it and, you know, dust off all that stuff up over here. Remember how deep that was? It's still wet and flashing off, so it might not look perfect, but it's pretty clean, you know? And if you remember over here, and you can actually still see these spots. See, there's sprinklers, and the water is really hard here in Florida, the recycled water. And it really stains, and it's not part of a house cleaning. That's an extra service. But, you know, once again, going the extra mile. If you remember, you know, this was filthy. And then this side over here, all up in there, was hard. You know, the soffits look great. I'm still not finished on that side over there past the fence. But all in all, you know, it's gonna come out really nice. Everybody will be happy, except me. And hopefully I got a long-term relationship, you know, feeding me. I mean, they give me 2 jobs today alone, so I guess, you know, gotta do what you gotta do. Some points. Don't forget, rinse, rinse, rinse. 6% is nuclear. All this vegetation, you don't flood it with fresh water. A couple days, it's dead. So, you know, keep that in mind. Higher percentage you're using. Once you go over 3% and up, you got to really be on top of your rinsing, especially if you're doing it around, you know, delicate bushes and stuff. So this is all finished too here. Remember up there, it was all filthy. And that's it. I got to do from here around to the fence still. So I'm gonna give you a little trick. I didn't want to keep running 6% through my soft wash, going back and forth, changing it, you know, hitting these really deep spots with 6% and then hitting the rest with 3. So what I did is I bust out the X-Jet right there. See? Goes into straight SH, okay? And this really just goes on the end of your pressure gun. That's the pressure right there. That's not the soft line. Goes right there like that. And I don't use a manifold in this, so this is just going to pull a straight 1-to-1 ratio. So you know, it comes out really strong. So like here, everything else I could hit with 3%, but these stones, this over here, especially where you see the mold and the growth coming out of it up there, I don't know if you can see that. That I'm gonna have to hit with a really strong mix. So I'm gonna use my X-Jet just to hit that section, and that's it. And now I don't have to mess with my proportioning valve. I could just leave it at 3% and do the rest of the house. So I'm gonna throw you on the tripod, finish the house up, and then we still got to bust out the driveway. I got the other side sunk in the SH. We're gonna get to spraying. Okay, now when you're done using your X-Jet, you got to pull it out of the SH and run fresh water through it, because it's basically a downstream injector of sorts, and you got to flush it out real good. So I'm going to get some water. All right, that's going to have to do. This is such a great tool for anybody that don't know, X-Jet. You know, if you don't have a real big system, no soft wash, this replaces a soft wash for you. You could batch mix and then use this, and you could get pretty much any ratio you need. So I'll talk about it more in another video. This here looks like an X-Jet. This is an M5 twist, which is what the X-Jet has on it, but this don't have a downstream injector. So this is for soaping and rinsing on your soft wash or on your pressure lines, whatever you want to use it for. But this is a great tool. This is like a sharpshooter tip. Gets real high up, and this is an M5 twist. Definitely want to look into those. All right, guys, so we're gonna start post-treating the driveway now. So what you do is you etch it out first. You get all your edges with the wand. You post-treat it. Usually something this bad, I hit it with a 3% real quick. Let it sit for let it dwell for like 5-8 minutes, and then you can proceed with your surface cleaner. So I etched some of it out. I'm going to pre-treat it a bit, then I'm going to finish etching it, and then we'll hit it with the surface cleaner, and then I'll post-treat it one more time with some SH, and that's it. It's a wrap. So let me get to it. What I like to do is wet it down first. You know, so what I did here is I blew all the debris off of the driveway, and then once the driveway is nice and clear and pretty clean from debris, then I hit it with the SH. Because you don't want a filthy driveway and then put the surface cleaner down on it. You'll wreck the surface cleaner. And basically you just got to give it a nice misting. Thorough, but you don't have to go too crazy. On a real hot day, you're going to spray this down, and in 3 minutes it's going to flash off. So what I do then is I work little spots. I hit it with the SH, give it a few minutes, I come back, I hit it again, give it a few minutes, and then you're pretty much ready to go from there. But today the sun's behind the clouds, and it's not going to flash off too quick. I actually have surfactant in this as well, because when I did the house wash, I used some surfactant, but you don't need surfactant. All right, guys, so we're gonna start hitting this driveway, right? So I got it all etched out. I pre-treated it. I'm gonna hit it with the surface cleaner. Now, something to know is do small areas. When you do a driveway this size, don't try to knock it all out in one pass. It is never gonna look right. Take a 10 square foot spot, 100 square feet at a time, and go up and down and then sideways. And usually doing that, you won't leave any kind of swirl marks or anything. So, I'll get to it and you check it out. Oh, all right, guys. So, yeah, this house was a bitch. I really got my ass kicked. It's going to happen from time to time. You know, when you're dealing with commercial accounts, you're trying to get in, you're going to do things cheaper than you want. But at the end of the day, as long as you do a good job and you keep those relationships flowing, that's what's going to be the key to your success. So let me show you what it looks like all finished. Now, this house, this was just a house wash on stucco with the kind of staining, you know, with the kind of staining and the heavy buildup. You know, this, had I come out here and estimated this job in person, I wouldn't have done this for what, you know, this wouldn't have happened. You know, if I was going to make a suggestion, just watch your stucco houses, your brick houses, because, you know, cleaning vinyl and hardy board is real easy. Cleaning stucco and vinyl, if it's really in there, you could really get an ass kicking. So that's a little precaution, but she came out real nice. Looks good. And here's another pointer. See these cultured stones? Be very careful. They blow right off. If you hit those with pressure, you will knock them right off. I see people do it all the time. So take that with precaution. Side came out pretty nice. Soffits pretty clean. Fascia boards look good. Got a lot of that hard water off. There was a big spot right here. Now that bottom stuff, that's all, it was all over this house. That's all hard water stains. And that does not come off with SH. You gotta really get in that. That's you know, for something like that, I mean, I'll do a video on stain removal, but that's a certain type of chemical you're going to use, and you know, it's its own little process. SH is not going to knock. Here's another thing. See this? That's an oil stain. Here, rust stain. Looks like another rust stain. These, I don't really know what these are. I think that's in the cement. I'm not sure. But like a driveway like this, you know, this was a disaster, and it still don't look that good, to be honest. You know, I mean, this part looks all right, you know, where there's no real staining over here, this whole section. But this section, because of the abuse, you know, it's a wreck. Now here's something. See these stripes? That's not etching. That's from the surface cleaner. That's actually still not cleaned. So that's where your post-treatment comes in. You spray a good post-treatment on this, and you just let that SH sit on there and kill everything. Just soak down, because that's deep down. That's why it didn't come off. I went over these sections like 10 times. The reason that didn't come out is because it's so deep into the concrete. But if you leave some SH on there and just let it, you know, pull in, you know, it'll usually get rid of a lot of that. Here's the side. You remember up there, and where I told you about the, see, it looks good. Really important. You know, I keep saying it because it's so important. Keep wetting down your vegetation. See that? Nice. I mean, I had to work those areas. I actually got up on there and had to hit that with the power wash. You use just a little bit of pressure to get that off. There's another chemical I could have used for that. I didn't have it with me. But here, same thing. Windows look pretty good, no streaks, right? That's because you got to keep rinsing your windows. Keep rinsing your windows. Don't ever let those windows dry up on you. All the stains down in here, those were hard water stains from the sprinkler system. That's really not part of a soft wash on a house. All the staining that was here, hard water from the sprinkler, that's not part of a soft water. And all that massive staining up from the roof bounce back, that's not part of a soft wash either. The only thing a soft wash includes is killing organic material. All right, anything that SH kills. Staining is not that. All right, but it looks great. I'm happy, customer's happy. Another job down. Check out some more of these videos for more information on the world of power washing, exterior cleaning. And I'm gonna go get my beat ass into bed. I'll see you on the next one.